This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode Deathmark. In the last episode, we explored the school even further, finding snakes, broken mirrors, danger ahead from the Hanahiko, and then a man covered with plants all over his plants or thorns or whatever over his face. But we noticed that there's more to this school than just I guess I don't know if there's more, but there's stuff hidden from tried to be hidden from us from Hanahiko or whatever. We found a place on the ground and we were checking how to get there, and then the flashlight turned off on us. What will happen next? Who is it? It didn't turn it off, it just went off. Someone's going to the room next door. Tsukasa crumbles to the floor, their legs unable to hold them up in their panic. But his... Shh, be quiet. It's a struggle not to yell with my nerves on edge. I hit the flashlight again and again. Come on, please. The batteries were just working. I feel like I'm performing CPR on this thing. But finally... Got it! Got it! Ah! The door behind me warps threateningly. My mark burns in pain. Death is already in the room next door. There's no time and nowhere to run. Calm down. I need to find a way out of this quickly. I'm running out of time. Way to survive. We've got to hurry. Do we actually have a time limit, or is it just maybe? There's some kind of cut in the floor. Let's see. It's a well-built door, big enough to fit an adult through. Oh yeah, this is where we're deciding if we want to go in it. Can we open it now, or do we need to use the thing on it? Okay, well we know what to do, so since something's happening next door, let's go down. Oh, well, looks like we only get one flare, so I guess we have to use it at the right moment. An emergency item that was stored in the storage room. The outside is deteriorated and the label is smudged. It hasn't expired yet, so it can still be used. Well, this was hidden from us, so obviously this is important, but anyway. Use the letter opener to take out the letter opener and shove it in. I might still be able to get the handle out this way. When it touches the metal, my mark scorches me. I stop moving for just a second. But I have to do this. Hurry up, mister! He's coming! Yes, it is. Yeah, I got it. I grab the handle and lift up the trap door. As I thought, a dark hole leads down under the floor. Get in! I shove Tsukasa into the hole. And I slide down in the darkness after them. Did we escape? Is it safe? Is it secret? Ugh. I fall unexpectedly far, hitting my back against something. I grip my teeth to stop myself from yelling. Probably fell on Tsukasa. And you being an adult man, and he being a kid, well, let's just say. Something shuffling around above my head. If we had stayed there just a few more seconds... I grip my burning wrist with all my might. I must endure the pain for now. ... I can hear anxious panting. Tsukasa must be right next to me. They're shaking so hard I can see it from the corner of my eye. Exclamation point, question mark. Brace myself, expecting the trap door to break open any second. But the shuffling noise finally grows distant. Are we safe now? Yeah, I think it's gone. Suddenly, my wrist isn't hurting anymore. I see. I'll say that's good. Well, saved! Sure. I'd like to apologize. I'm panicked. Don't worry about it. I nearly ended up screaming myself. We both lost our cools. Our cools, man. People probably show their true colors when they're cornered like that. Anyway, where are we? What in the world is this room? Well, I can't see anything, so I don't know. I'm surprised this place exists beneath the school. Well, it is a mystery game, so why not? Does the flashlight work? Yeah. I cautiously press the switch, being careful not to make any noise. Oh god. Well, that was a nice thing to wake up to. Exclamation point, question mark. Scene captured in the light of the flashlight sends shivers down my spine. Oh! Sakasa slaps a hand over their mouth. That just seems weird when you use them there, and it's odd word placing. So maybe that's a translation issue or something like that. I don't know. It sounds weird. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not gonna keep harping on it because after a while I'm just gonna ignore it. But for a few moments, all we could do is stare in silence. A disturbing scene, more horrible than anything I've seen before, spreads out before us. Anyone would be shocked by it, especially a kid. I take a deep breath and look closer. There's something twisting around the corpses. It looks like some kind of plant vine. What are we gonna see? Seymour pop out? Feet! Or not Seymour, what's the name of that plant now? Audrey? Speed me, Seymour! Are those roses? Painted the roses red. We're painted the roses red. No here or there or anywhere. We're painted the roses red. The strangely sharp thorns and the thin red petals. There appears to be real live roses covering the corpses and carpeting the floor. My vision suddenly grows dim. That's graphic. Oh boy, did not expect that. I see a woman's body trapped by roses. God, this looks like this looks like a pretty hardcore, like, you know, hentai or something like that, or manga, or dojin, or whatever it is. Ooh, what is this? This tragedy, the tragedy that happened in this room. It's as if it's all playing out in my head. I can see it. Roses, wildwood roses. It's a lot of money someone planted them. What type of roses after that? I never heard of that in fiction, or in reality. Well, obviously this is fiction, so they're supernatural things. Sakasa's voice brings me back to reality. Yeah. I can't tell them that I saw some waking dream. I scramble to remember the conversation. That's right, I saw the rose vines, then... Yeah, that's gotta be it. It's not like they'd just spring up on their own. But... why would anyone do that? Did someone decorate the corpses for some kind of reason? Or did they die captured by the roses, like I saw in that vision? Ugh! Are you gonna stop screaming, dude? Sakasa screams. What's wrong? Well, it must have been my imagination, but I thought I saw something moved. Oh, over there, farther back in the room. No, is something hiding in here? I don't know. Let's turn on the flashlight and look and see. Well, there's a couple of things. I don't see any. Well, let's check. Let's just start from right to left, I guess. Alright, what's this one? I don't think I want to feel that, do I? The body is twisted in odd position, as if it's still in pain even now. Now let's feel it. I hesitantly search the corpse. Something flashes within the vines by its feet. Got round hand mirror. It's like a gift for a young woman. On a mirror in a place like this. That's pretty incongruous. Congruous, or whatever. Let's look at the item again. Let's see. Round-handed mirror. Metal hand mirror with flower and bird designs on the back. The mirror surface is cloudy, but still usable. Command show, range long. Actually, we do have a couple other... I guess are those all part of the Hanako file, I guess? Okay. Oh, I guess they are part of it. Okay. Black rabbit. A mysterious black rabbit appeared in front of us out of nowhere. It's funny, but we've encountered so many strange things already that an odd bunny doesn't faze me at all. Though this paralyzing dread might be a bit concerning. Anyway, first we have to find that mirror. Hanahiko, the boy in the mirror. Like the rumor said, a ghostly boy appeared. We answered some of his questions, then the mirror broke and he vanished. No more big people here, he said, like he was chasing something. Then we heard a horrible scream. It came from the opposite of the school. It sounded familiar. The mysteries didn't end here. I heard a whisper in my ear that said, "Purified with red." What was that eerie voice? Maybe something that's going on here is making me go crazy. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Regardless, first we need to find the cause of that scream. The planified guard. The guard we met at the school gate was the one who screamed. He burst out of the staff room, covered in growing plants of all things, and the pain was driving him mad. Did a spirit do this? It must have been Hanahiko, which means inside the staff room is... But we have to keep going. Alright, anyway, let's keep walking. See, there was something there? Wait, I was about to say, I thought that highlighted for a second. The skull there. Okay, come on. There's a dried up corpse. Look. The body is twisted in opposition as if it's still in pain even now. I hesitantly search the corpse, but I don't find anything. Let's check out the bed. The mattress is completely discolored, stained with something that looks like sweat. Someone must have been living here for a long time, too. There's a big bed with a metal pipe frame. The mattress is oozing dark and dirty water. It smells like sewage. I slide the mattress over and find a plastic sheet underneath. Got vinyl sheet. It's pretty thick. Was it put there to protect from water damage? The top of the sheet is pitch black. At first glance, it looks like it's covered in mold. But when I spread it open, it crunches as dark red flakes fall from it. This is blood. I hope this isn't Chris's blood! Exclamation point, question mark. I can't do anything but whisper, dumbfounded, as I stare at the bloodstained sheets. Something murmurs in my ear as if in reply. That blood denies him. Part of me takes the voice seriously. I'm clearly hallucinating, but for some reason it calms me down. Still, in a daze, I shine the flashlight under the bed. I saw it again! Something's under there! Tsukasa's voice has gone very shrill. Then... Hey, now give me a break! I'm no monster, you know. I'm just a regular human being. I'm not a man, I'm a monster. Whoa! Something slowly climbs out from under the bed. It's a man in a trench coat. Was he a badass? No. Or is he a detective or something? What are you doing to place all that? The man looks bored and scoffs. Same as you. I ran into that monster and escaped down here. Then you guys came. The man turns his back to us and jerks his chin. Anyway, I was hiding over there. His answer is believable enough. But why is he at this school to begin with? His presence raises a lot of questions. It raises too many questions. The man tilts his head a bit and peers at me. Then he snorts. It seems he's seen through me. You don't look like you believe me. Guess it's only natural. I haven't told you everything either. I could, but... The man looks around at his feet. We better get out of here first. We should chat at the crime scene. Oh, we'll agree. Tsukasa seems to feel the same way. Let's head back for now. You have something to go back to? Good. Well, let's get going. There's only a few things to check out. The man puts his hand on the ladder. He pauses and turns to us. The name's Satoru Mashita. I'm an ex-detective. I knew it. Trench coat's given away. Forgot to mention that. The man named Mashita disappears up the ladder. Why didn't you get to check the rest of the room? There's probably nothing there. Otherwise, it would have forced me to stay there. We follow him back up to the first floor. But when we emerge, he's not there. Take all this. Mashita called... Well, he just ran on ahead, didn't he? Or what did he say? What did he say again? Hey, take a look at this. From down the hallway. Was it like this when you guys came through? Tsukasa pipes up, voicing his voice slightly wobbly. No, not at all. It was dark, but we would have seen this. Duh. Yeah, I like roses as much as the next dude, but this is ridiculous. Something's creeping along the hallway. They're rose vines. Thought so. I didn't see them before either. That's not a good sign. The mark's color grows more vivid. Early dawn. A few hours left until death closes in. Oh, good. We are about to die. we got an extra person with us now. Some people naturally put others on guard, even if there's no particular ill will between them. That's exactly the type of person Mashita is. Oh, you've got some nice stuff here. The moment he climbs in the car, he makes a grab for my bag. Then he starts inspecting all my stuff. Well, that's probably the detective in him. I wasn't planning on keeping a constant eye on him, but he's making it very hard not to. You're an ex-detective, aren't you? Oh, sorry. You're an ex-detective, aren't you? So you're just like us then. Tsukasa interjected coldly from the back seat. I think I detect a bit of pep in his voice. He seems relieved we made it back safely. That's right. I was conducting a personal investigation, just like you want. Something I wanted to check. I don't doubt what he says, but that would mean he entered the school illegally. What were you... Let me ask one thing first. Mashita interrupts my question and points to my arm. Does that hurt? It didn't take him long to spot the mark on my wrist. Sometimes it hurts the most whenever I'm in danger. Huh, is that so? Mashita leans back in his seat, satisfied. I was investigating some missing people. Guess he's responding to my question now. Well, that school came up in a number of missing persons cases. Each one had some affiliation with H Elementary before they disappeared. Teachers, workers, people in the PTA, students and their family members. I was looking for them. Well, huh? That means... Tsukasa leans forward from the back seat. The corpse was all in that room. Couldn't have been those people, could they? Mashita doesn't reply. Maybe he thinks the answer is obvious, or maybe replying to a kid isn't worth his time. But something bugs me about what he just said. If the school was clearly suspicious, then... Of course I brought it up to my superiors. All I got for it was... He continues before I can ask, making a slashing motion across his neck. You got fired, huh? Disciplinary discharge, something about sexually harassing a subordinate. That principal's gotta have some kind of political pull. I probably dug up something he didn't want to get out. That wasn't my plan. I never meant to go anything dirty. True, the school did have that suspicious room. And it's not that strange to think it would come up in some missing persons cases. That would be common sense, at least. But common sense is for the world of living. Spirit. May have something to do with those cases. ... There's an awkward silence. That's not in the case anymore, is it? Mashita sighs deeply. Who would believe it? Who would believe that there's a monster in that school killing people? It's personal now. Our problem, and we're on our own. He turns his wrist over and shows it to me. On his skin is the familiar mark. So that's the third person. I assume there's going to be 4 because you can see that there's a slot for 4 people there, so we probably got 1 more to find. You too. Yeah, I sensed it as soon as I saw yours. I had a feeling this would be a problem. We're in the same boat, you and I. He has good instincts. We should talk more when we get back. At Kudro Mansion, there's some... I stopped myself from finishing my sentence. I shouldn't mention that for now. In any case, once we get back, we'll give you more details. I went to Kudro Mansion because of... Oh, I went to Kudro Mansion because of my mark. I'm sure you'll receive help as well. But Mashita scoffs. Help, huh? You're underestimating me. Oh, home sweet home. And didn't the clock say it was like early dawn, so we've only got so many hours left. When I get out of the car, someone's there to greet me. Oh, mister. She looks rather pained. Her voice is lacking all of her usual energy. Are you okay? Or, are you okay? Huh? Oh, yeah, just spacing out. I'm fine. She doesn't look fine. So, what? So there are others? This is everyone. Huh, what a reliable group you've got. The sarcasm is practically dripping off his words. So, are you all planning on continuing to search for that key or whatever it is? We don't have anything else to go on. There's no other choice. I don't understand you. If the source of the mark is this spirit, it would be best to destroy the source, don't you think? What do you mean? The spirit exists, so all you have to do is kill it. Are you being serious? Killing a spirit is... Of course he's serious. He doesn't exactly look like the joking type. Even if we manage to kill it, will that really make the mark disappear? When I consider everything Mary's told me, it doesn't seem like it'd work that way. Even assuming it did, we'd have have a more fundamental problem. And how do you plan to kill it? I'll figure something out. If something exists, there's logically a way to destroy it as well. Even with the supernatural? He claims he can kill the spirit, yet he doesn't even know how he'll do it. Where does all that confidence come from? Don't forget, I faced him once already. If we're seriously thinking of killing him... Machida grasps his wrist. The little shit shot some kind of thorns at me from a distance. They'd hit hard enough to stick in concrete. There's no way to get in close to him. We have to make that our priority. Machida pulls something out of the heel of his shoe and tosses it at me. It's a thorn, curved like a fang. And we saw one that was closed in the door. The only reason I'm still breathing is because I was lucky. It won't happen next time. We need a plan. That's true. As we head to the entrance, I tell Machida about Kujo Mansion. He takes it all in silently. Even bringing up the talking doll or Saya Kujo's death doesn't trigger a reaction. Is he so unnervingly calm because he's already dealt with the supernatural? Maybe like Mulder or Scully from X-Files or something like that. We reach the main hall, which is warmly lit. This is a strange mansion, but for some reason I feel like I've come home. Acclimatization is kind of terrifying. Welcome backward, Atterdag. That man is a mark bearer too, I see. Would you make the introductions? I update Mary on our investigation and the strange way we met Machida. The mirror, the underground room full of corpses, the sudden appearance of roses. I really hate to admit it, but it's clear something supernatural is at work here. And the spirit that caused all of it, Hanahiko. There's no doubt that Hanahiko is the one who put the mark on Machida's arm too, but... chance do we have against a monster can do that? Machida says we should kill it, but is that even possible? Hey, Atadag. My train of thought is interrupted. Machida's holding a leather-bound notebook out towards me. Read this. I picked it up in that underground room. It was caught up in a bunch of those rose vines when I found it. It was pretty hard to get loose. Did you read it? I skimmed through it a bit. It's got some interesting stuff. That's what he says, but he's not smiling at all. His eyes simmer with a quiet anger. Dark red marks stain the cover. I have a bad feeling, but I flip through it. Rose petals fall as they become unstuck from the pages. The notes within are very detailed. The author was intelligent and well written. Better proofreading than The World Has Ended. Reading through, it dawns on me that this was written by H Elementary's principal. The austere, meticulous letters on each page tell a ghastly story. Records of a young adopted boy's tutoring session. The first note is from 5 years ago. It seems the boy adopted by the principal was small and exceedingly cute. Why is it written like that? That's creepy. He enjoyed wearing skirts and makeup too. Oh, I see. There was no denying that they truly suited a dainty red-cheeked boy like him. Oh. The principal had a hard time accepting such fancies. Bad habits must be corrected young to promote some mental health, he thought. So he called it tutoring as a covering for his warped desires. Okay, that's a bit messed up, game. They took place in the underground room. Too many prying eyes anywhere else. There was no safer place than the school at night, once all the teachers had left. The principal stayed behind under the pretenses of keep to watch, then tutored. He was a highly respected teacher. He didn't even make appearances on TV. There was no reason to be suspicious. The only one who noticed anything strange was the boy's homeroom teacher. But she feared the principal's power and firmly kept her mouth shut. You know what they say, the worst thing good can do is for good men to do nothing. As the note continues, they are more and more deranged. They paint a horrible picture. It is of a totally distorted parent and child. My child gets weaker after every session. His delicate frame has grown thinner, and his red cheeks are now darkened. His appearance is described in detail. But there's no malice or hatred. There's just fanatical sincerity, his pride as an educator, and a terrifying, smothering love. It continues like that to the very last page. There's no mention of what became of the principal and the boy, but going by the current state of 8 Elementary, I can hazard a guess. You don't look so well, mister. What was in that notebook? Aksys peers at me. He and the boy in the notebook are about the same age. This isn't stuff you share with a kid. I better just sum up the main points for him. That's terrible. We children are all as the victims of the ego of adults. Stupid grown-ups, all irredeemable. Why he'd say that? Why he'd say that makes sense. I think that's written wrong. Why he'd say that makes sense. Like, there should have been a comma in there or something like that. Okay, why he'd say that makes sense. So I guess I feel like there should have been a comma or somewhere in there just to space it out. Like, I feel like that reads weird. Sorry, I don't know. The revolting evil of the adults and the poor boy who became a victim. But is that really the end? If Hanahiko and the boy in the notebook are connected, then the boy turned into a monster. Is that even possible? I guess in this world, probably. Untimely deaths produce hatred. Death does not bring it to an end. Such festering sentiments can give birth to the supernatural. Monsters, ghosts, vengeful spirits, they have many names. Should just call the Ghostbusters in on this one. I believe that you have all heard one or two such stories. Hanahiko is similar. Mary's words are hard to swallow, but after all those weird events, it only makes sense to accept them. If I turn my back to the truth, all that will await me is death. Then Hanahiko, or I don't even know who's saying it this time. The Hanahiko really is a monster, or was form a plan based on that hypothesis. Mary is silent a moment. Then her jade glass eyes shift to Mashida. Incidentally, according to Lord Atterdag's report, there are those among you who are considered killing the spirit. I shall warn you just in case, but that will be very difficult to do. Why's that? I could see Mashida narrow his eyes, but I made sure to speak up first. They are from the world of the dead. Just as the living cannot become more alive, the dead cannot be killed. The only thing you can possibly destroy is the cursed sentiment. Cursed sentiment? That just sounds weird. So, what does that mean? It is as I told you before, death and life existing together. If that is the origin of the mark, then a way to erase it will be there. By driving away the spirit, the curse will also be eliminated. So, defeating Hanahiko is how we'll be able to destroy the mark. Setting aside how he can't be killed, what exactly is the key then? It is nothing more than a concept, so I am unsure, but I am certain of one thing. Fate ties the spirit to its place of birth. An object there may be able to fulfill the role of the key. It is a difficult concept to grasp, but that is just how spirits are, determining the nature of the key. that will decide your fate. Decide your fate. I had a feeling. We'll just have to keep digging around at H Elementary. We don't know what the cursed sentiments or the key to destroying the grudge are. Gaining the key and lifting the grudge is the only way to survive. You will be required to be callous to make use of the spirit's fear. The way to repel the spirit lies within its grudge. The grudge. Or the ring, or whatever. Anyway, remember this and be careful. I see. New info was added to the spirit file. Secrets of the underground room. Well, looks like we got a lot to think about. We've got a new mark, and we know that Hanahiko is a danger. But can we defeat the grudge and find out the mystery of that? And what is Mashida's role in all this? Find out next time in the next episode of Deathmark. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.